Nice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sock Talks with Joy and Shawn today. Glad you're here with us here today. And as Shawn and I were kind of getting together here before we came to you, it's kind of an unusual week for us, both of us. Both of us had situations in our life this week that really made us step back and number one, we're doing the right things in our lives. We're doing the right things with what we have, but we all can still do a little bit more. So Shawn, I'll let you share first.
Always do better. Well, I'm in Indian Rocks Beach Rotary. On the board, we had our board meeting last night. New president, term is July to end of June. So that we just started a new term with our new president. And then at my BNI meeting this morning, I get a text from our new member. We just voted him last night. He's the assistant fire chief with Indian Rocks Beach. And, give me a call, it's urgent. And so I called him right after and, told me our new president died this morning, had a massive heart attack and couldn't be revived by the medics. And, Rick was one of those guys that I joked with Joy, and I'll joke with our club when the time is appropriate, that if you asked him what time it was, he'd not only tell you how the watch was made, but how time was created. And, whenever that was, he could carry on. But what I loved about him several times, now I've only known him a year and a half, but several times when he's speaking, not just when he was president, but other times, and if he was talking about something that he had passion about, you saw it in the eyes. He would control him, but you saw it in the eyes, and it was just the passion that he had. And Joy, you're right. We can always do better, because I never told him that. I never told him that was so cool. So yeah, now you can.
Yeah, exactly. And last week after we posted our talk last week, it probably was within 2 hours of that. I happened to go on Facebook, and somebody had messaged out to a group. It was a group I used to belong to, before I joined the BNI actually. And she's messaged out. She said, "Hey, send prayers to Joe." Joe Lunger was one of the women that was so active in this group. So laid back, do anything for anybody. She's a travel person, so she's actually done our trip to Greece.
Nice.
So I've had like a real connection with her over the years. And and I of course responded back. Then I sent a private message to the lady who posted. I said, "Hey, well, what's going on with Joe?" And she said she suffered a massive stroke, which led to a brain bleed, and her husband doesn't expect her. They don't expect her to live through the weekend. And I mean, I was in shock.
Yeah.
I mean, just totally in shock. And she did. She passed away on Monday. And and the things that went through my mind also, Shawn, were very similar. It's like, gosh, when's the last time I reached out to Joe? When was the last time I sent her something? And it was tough. It was just really tough. And yesterday I was at a chamber event, and one of the friends who's still part of this group hadn't seen the email yet, which I didn't know that, and it was just kind of like, I just like, hey, I'm just like still heartbroken on what we heard about Joe. And she just like, what happened? I just sent her a fun card. We send fun cards back and forth all the time. And she hadn't known yet, I mean, it's just, I don't
Life.
know.
None of us are getting out of here alive. I mean,
Yeah,
but
we're all gonna have
it's,
that.
but I think we're human. Like, well, maybe not, maybe me. And then when it hits close to home, you're like, no, no one's getting out of here. And that's why we just, we do the best we can with, our send out cards and saying the things. And, as Cody said, I know there are going to be lovely things said at Rick's funeral, and probably for your friend as well. And were they said to them when they were alive? And that's really where it comes down to. So,
I know.
so this is the uplifting show this week.
What can we
So,
say?
but here's the challenge: everybody watching this, everybody listening, probably has somebody on their mind they've been thinking about.
Mhm.
Everybody, I do. I have somebody that as soon as we're done, I'm going to make a call. Make a call, send a card, get in contact, because you just never know. You just never know.
Yeah, and because that's who we are, and it's like, what kind of legacy are we leaving for anybody else? Do you want people, do you want people to remember you because you forgot? Or do you want people
Never
to
can
remember
remember
you
a
because you
thing.
always remember?
Because you get Alzheimer's. And I could joke about that, having my family lighten up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna still be sending cards. They might not make sense if that ever happens to me.
I
Just
know, I
to
know.
let you know now.
Yeah, I know.
Happy
And
birthday.
and it's
Was
so funny, too, Sean, and spelling is not my forte, so proofreading is something I probably should hire somebody to do all my proofreading for me. But it's like, but I did it.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's
thought, the
you.
heart was
I mean
there.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
As
I
I
mean,
always joke, I wish I would have studied better in my English, advanced English class in high school and college, because I know there's better ways to say what I say sometimes, especially I just spew stuff out, but writing it down, yeah, sometimes can be a challenge.
yeah, yeah, so it's just the point that you did, and you're so right. So we do challenge anybody who's watching this, and even the replays. You just, once you've watched this and commented, passed it on, and tag people, all that kind of stuff we ask
Send a
you to do.
card, make a call, send a text.
Send a
That's it,
card.
you know.
That's exactly
Just
right. That's
let them know
exactly
you're
right.
thinking of them, and
You
tell
know,
them the really the thing you love about them. We all have something, hopefully, that
yeah,
So,
yeah. I
uh,
think that's important too. Just
I love, and it would have been. I just love I just loved his passion on certain things, um, that brought him to tears. I mean, how that's a wonderful legacy.
mhm.
I just wish I would have told him last night. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, I really think also, Sean, that a lot of people, they know your feelings. I mean, they know somebody's good heart. We got to tell them
Yep.
while
Yep.
they're here. Got to tell them while they're
Absolutely.
here. So, okay,
So,
that was our show for today.
wow, that was so uplifting, guys. Thanks. No, you know what? It is. It's life, and we just live the best you can each day, and say the things you should say, and no regrets at the end.
Yeah, that's right. That's
So
right. So I've already thought of two people while we were talking here today.
perfect.
So I've got to
Perfect.
go. I
Okay.
gotta go.
Got to go send cards,
I
make
gotta go.
calls,
I
send
gotta go
text.
call. I'm
Yes.
gonna make a call.
Perfect. Yeah.
We'll see
Have a
everybody.
lovely
See you
weekend.
next week. All
All right.
right, you
Thanks,
too.
Joy.